Hello, everybody. This is Dr. SKM. Hope that you are doing well. So, like always, we continue with our series of English courses of zoology. And today we will talk about the second part of the multicellulars, which are the multicellular mesozoan and metazoan. Okay, so firstly, we start by the multicellular mesozoan. So let's remember that we are following the study or the presentation of Veronique Géon, and she presents this group, which are multicellular, characterized by the presence of only one tissue. Okay, so as you can see, the multicellular form exists, but there's only one tissue, and this tissue is responsible of the production of the gametes. So this tissue is a gonad. Okay, so this group is rarely mentioned in the literature, but they exist, and they are sea livings, and they are represented by four branches. Okay, so this branch, monoblastozoa, orthonectida, placozoa, and rhombozoa. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that there is a group of multicellulars which are between the parazoans and the metazoans, and they are called mesozoans. Okay, so let's move directly to the third group of multicellulars, which are the metazoans. Okay, so between brackets in my translation of the word metazoaire in French, okay, so I find the two words, metazoans and metazoa. Okay, so that's why I prefer use metazoans, so since the two words mean the same thing. Okay, so as I said before, the multicellulars, metazoans are multicellular that are characterized by the presence of true tissues. Okay, and as you know, all the tissues are are derived from the embryonic layers. Okay, the embryonic layers will be formed during the gastrulating stage, and according to the number of these embryonic layers, we can divide the multicellular metazoans. Ok, donc je m'explique. Les métazoaires sont des pluricellulaires qui sont caractérisés par la présence de vrais tissus. D'accord? Et ces tissus sont issus des feuillets embryonnaires. Et comme vous savez, les feuillets embryonnaires sont formés pendant la gastrulation durant le développement embryonnaire. Ok? Et pourquoi on parle des feuillets embryonnaires? Parce que la répartition des métazoaires se fait selon le nombre de feuillets embryonnaires de l'individu. Ok? Ou de l'être vivant. Okay, so there is three groups. Okay, so in the first group, they have only one layer, one embryonic layer. Okay, so they are called monodermic metazoans. So the monodermic metazoans are multicellular that have only one layer, a single layer. Okay, then the second group is composed from two embryonic layers. Okay, so this group are called didermic metazoans, and as their name indicate, they have two layers, two embryonic layers, an external layer which is ectoderm and internal layer which is endoderm. Donc, deux feuillets embryonnaires, un feuillet externe, l'ectoderme, et un feuillet interne, l'endoderme. Okay, and in the third group, which is a tridemic, here we find that these creatures have three embryonic layers. Okay, so they have an external layer, which is ectoderm, and an internal layer, which is endoderm, and a new layer, which is in the middle position, and we call it mesoderm. Mésoderme. OK? So, trois feuillets embryonnaires, un feuillet externe, vous le connaissez déjà, l'ectoderme, le feuillet interne qu'on connaît déjà, donc l'endoderme, et entre ces deux positions, la position externe et la position interne, il y a un feuillet qui prend la position moyenne et qui est appelé mésoderme. OK? So, three layers. So, the multicellular metazoans are divided on three groups. In three groups, the first group are the monodermic metazoans, the second group are the didermic metazoans, and the third group are the tridemic metazoans. For the first group, which is monodermic metazoans, this group was the searchers discovered this group in fossil. Okay, so they are fossil, so that's why we we want to talk about this group. Okay, so this group we won't study it because it was discovered only in fossil. Okay, and we will start by studying the didermic metazoans, and then we will talk about the tridemic metazoans. So let's start by the first group of metazoans, which are the didermic metazoans. Okay, so this group you can also call it diploblastic or diplastic or diploblastic metazoans. Okay, so the third words mean the same thing, which is didermic, two layers, two embryonic layers. Okay, so these livings are have two layers, as I said before, an external layer, which is the ectoderm, and the internal layer, which is the endoderm, but these two layers are separated by mesoglia. Okay, and the mesoglia is a subject which is adhesive, okay, and which is gelatinous, and it separates between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, donc c'est les métazoaires didermiques ou diploblastiques ou diblastiques sont caractérisés par la présence de l'ectoderme et de l'endoderme qui sont séparés par la mésoglie, et la mésoglie c'est une matière qui est gélatineuse et qui sépare entre les deux feuilles. Ok. So, these creatures are represented by two branches. Okay, in the nature, they are represented by two branches. The first branch is called ctenaria, ctenaria branches, or the branch of ctenaria, and cnidaria branch, which is the branch of cnidaria. Okay, so let's start directly by the two branches. So we will start by the branch of ctenaria, and then we will move to the branch of cnidaria in the second or in the next course. So the ctenaria, for those who didn't know what are these creatures, so they are sea livings. Okay, and as you can see, we can see that they have only two layers. Okay, an external layer and an internal layer. Okay, and there is a great diversity of these creatures. Okay, and to observe them, they live in the deep oceans and seas. As you can see, and there is some of them who have several colors. Donc, c'est des êtres qui sont très, très diversifiés et qui vivent dans les eaux de mer. D'accord? Et comme on a dit, donc, ils sont caractérisés par la présence de deux feuillets qui sont le feuillet l'endoderme et l'ectoderme séparés par la mésoclée. Okay? So, let's see some of their characteristics. So, of course, when we talk, as I said, always, when we talk about the characteristics, it means that this group is more evolved comparing to the last group. Okay, so in your evolution scale, you must be able to place all your groups according to their degree of evolution. Okay, so today the ctenaria are placed after the parazoans. Okay, so let's see some of their characteristics. So the first characteristic is coloblasts. Okay, so what are these coloblasts? So the coloblasts are specific cells of ctenaria. I mean, we can find them in another place except the ctenaria. Okay, so this cell, as you can see, okay, is located in the ectoderm. Okay, so it's located on the ectoderm, and not only one, there is a series of coloblasts, and these cells are used to catch the prey. Ok, donc le coloblaste est utilisé pour attraper les proies. Comment? Alors, the coloblast has specific adhesive subject, and this adhesive subject is produced when the animal see its prey. Okay, so when it see its prey, so this coloblast start producing this this adhesive subject, and if the animal if the prey is near the animal, so it catch it with this cells. Ok, donc le coloblast va synthétiser une matière adhésive, et cette matière adhésive est capable d'attraper les proies. Elle est utilisée pour neutraliser les proies. D'accord? Donc, c'est un rôle qui est un rôle nutritif. D'accord? So, it's nutrition role, and the coloblasts are specific cells who ensure this action. Okay? So as you can see, it is composed from several things. Okay, and let's move to the second characteristic. So here, the second characteristic is the presence of ciliated pallets. Okay, so these pallets, okay, are very characteristic of ctenaria. Okay, and as you can see, each ctenaria has 8 pallets. Okay, and these pallets are ciliated. And why they are ciliated? In order to ensure the locomotion of the animal, because the animal is not fixed like parazoan, but it moves. Okay, and it is a swimmer, un nageur, il nage. Ok, يسبح. Et donc, cette nage est assurée par les palettes ciliées. So, the movement of the cells, the cilia here, on the pallets ensure the locomotion or the swimming of the animal. Okay, so this is the second characteristic, and as you can see, we didn't see these characteristics in parazoan. Okay, and I finish by the third characteristic, which is the presence of a specific organelle called statocyst. Okay, so here in this picture you can see the statocyst. Okay, and if I show you only its photo, so the statocyst is located in the upper parts of the animal. Okay, so in front of the mouth. Here there is a mouth, and here there is the statocyst. Okay, so the statocyst is an organelle that ensure the balance of the animal. Donc, il assure l'équilibre de l'animal. How? As you can see, it is like a ball, and on this ball there is another bile. Okay, and this bile maintain the balance of the animal because the animal is very tiny, and that's why in the sea he need it's need to be to maintain it equilibrium by using this statocyst. Okay, it's like when you want to build a wall. Okay, so you use a specific thing to maintain or to ensure the balance of your wall. OK? Comme par exemple, c'est le même principe du niveau lorsqu'on construit un mur. D'accord? Donc, quand on construit un mur, on utilise le niveau, et le niveau, son principe, c'est la bulle d'air qui existe à l'intérieur. Et donc, c'est le même principe. Le statocyste va essayer de maintenir l'équilibre de l'animal en gardant cette bulle toujours au milieu. D'accord? Donc, these three characteristics are specific to the ctenaria, okay, and it proves that ctenaria are more involved comparing to the parazoans. Okay, so let's finish with the classification of ctenaria. So the ctenaria are divided in two classes according to the presence or the absence of what we call tentacles. Okay, after I will show you what does it mean. So if the ctenaria has a tentacle, so it is belong to the class of tentacles. Okay, and if it doesn't have tentacles, so it belongs to the class of atentacles. Okay, so you have two classes. Let's see some pictures. So here you have the class of tentacles, and tentacles are these structures. Okay, these structures are tentacles, les tentacules, الأذرع. Okay, so if it has tentacles, it is a class of tentacle. Okay, you can also see the pallets, ciliated pallets. You can see the mouth. You can see the statocyst on this picture, and on this photo also you can see really the real photo of this animal. Okay. The second class is the class of atentacles. So here you can see that the animal don't have any tentacle. Okay, but they have ciliated pallets. Okay, and here there is another example of another animal which don't have tentacles. So it is the class of atentacles. Okay, I finish with this picture that show you a very big, huge ctenaria. Okay, and you can see the size of this animal that can be very important. Okay, so there is some species that are huge. I wanted to show to share it to share it with you. Okay, so as you can see, the size of the swimmer, and you can see that the animal is very huge. Okay, so as usual, I let you this site. You can visit this site, and you can see several pictures of ctenaria. Okay, and I finish by letting you this link, which is the zoology group link on Telegram, and you can contact me and you can join the group in order to have the PDF of these courses, and also I share all the informations concerning the subject of zoology with my students. So you can find all the informations. Thank you for your attention, and let's meet on the next video for the next course.